to file their tax return, those income that receive on the 2022, the previous 1 year. So they can only declare it this year on 1st of March starting. So based to your question just now, I would love to take different type of tax. In Malaysia, generally we have two type of tax, big group of it. So one is actually direct tax, another one is actually indirect tax. We at Lembaga Hasil are focusing on direct tax.
Okay.
So on top of the direct tax, so we are focusing on a lot of different categories of income. So as you know, like some of us have employment income, some do business, some do like rental, some of receiving royalties like the script writers, books authors and whatnot. So those will be taxed differently. So but then in the same tax rate per year. And we at Lembaga Hasil is one of the, I might say, one of the main revenue collectors agencies on behalf of Malaysian MOF lah. Ministry of Finance. So if I can, promote a bit the importance of, declaring your tax or even paying your tax is one is very common to say because especially for those business practitioners, they do not have anybody to, some sort like verify their income. So if we from employment category, so the employer will, verify our income and create EA and whatnot. For those business practitioners, they don't have anybody to verify their income. So declaring your tax, we verify your income, and after you verify your income, it is due to approve your loan application to buy a house, to make your business growing. Then now we have like a special government aids program every year. So this year we have Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah, and that is one of the what we can say the importance of declaring your tax. We know your category of income. You are B40, M40 or T20 even. Yeah. So I think that's all about the important. Other than that, we're going to help the government, to develop our beloved countries in Malaysia in terms of, health facilities, infrastructure, the schools and whatnot.
Thank you so much for answering that. That's, I mean, like the thing is, there are a lot of reasons why, we need to be reminded as to why taxes need to be paid. In fact, we are not just taxed based on our income, but even purchasing items, we are also taxed. But that is a different story altogether. But Thurga, is it okay if you share with us, like, okay, let's say, like, how does one know that he or she would be eligible to be taxed? And what is the minimum salary? Because it could be that if I were a teenager and then like I go for internship and I earn 500 ringgit, do I still have to pay for tax? Could you explain to us?
Okay, thank you, Diana. Good morning and Salam Malaysia Madani. Okay, for those, those individuals who receive employment income, meaning that they are working under an employer. Okay, so their annual income must be more than 37,333 ringgit.
37,330 ringgit.
So the number is 37333.
Yes.
Nice number, right?
37333.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
This amount is after deduct their EPF contribution.
Okay, all right. Okay, noted.
Okay. So that means average their monthly income will be 3,111 ringgit. That means 311.
So those are the people who are eligible to pay for taxes. But if you do not get paid that amount, you do not have to pay for taxes. Is that correct? Or how does that work?
They still declare we give the option for them to declare the income, but whether it's taxable or not, it depends on the amount.
Got it. All right. So then what? So after all of that, like what?
There's a few.
Okay, all right. Do share.
So this is the annual income. So even the individual, they can check their pay slip.
Okay.
So usually when they receive the monthly pay slip, the employees already deduct the monthly tax deduction. So we call PCB, right?
Okay.
So when they check their pay slip, if the PCB amount is appeared, that means they should automatically know that, I'm being taxed.
Okay.
So they have to declare the income. Because normally this monthly tax deduction is a responsibility of an employer.
Okay.
So they will calculate using they have the MTD schedule or the PCB calculator. So based on that, the employer will deduct and they will remunerate to our IRBM.
Right. Okay.
So it will auto in the payslip, and that amount, the particular PCB amount, it will be captured in the ledger, the individual tax ledger.
Okay.
And then the second, this is for the employment income. Second is those who carried business. So their eligibility is like, we can't, because for employment income, just now I already give you the figure. For business income, there's no particular figure, no limitation.
Okay.
So whether the business income just, for example, like sole proprietor, partnership, YouTuber, those who doing online business. So what they can do is any kind of business activity, whether they register under SSM or not register, whether the business is profitable or non-profitable, we encourage them to declare their income, business income. As just now my colleague said, why we need to declare, like especially for those who carried business, okay, for their loan purpose. In future, if let's say they want to develop their business or any personal use, they want to apply for loan application, the bank, they will check, okay, what's the proof? If let's say I'm an individual, I'm getting salary, it's already there. It's already, all the information data is already in our, even Hasil or in our bank statement, everything. But for those business income, they need some, like the bank needs some proof.
Yeah.
So the proof is their EB form lah, the what they declare to us.
I see.
So this is the mainly who's be taxable.
Okay, I see. Well, I mean, but then in that sense, as what you said, it is about wanting to encourage people to declare their taxes. Either ways, how they are being charged later on depends on their income threshold.
Yes.
I see. All right. We're going to take a really short break. Now, I'm speaking to Mohamad Nasir bin Mohamad Nazri and also Thurga Mutusami, the Assistant Directors for Corporate Services Department for Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia. We're talking about responsibility of taxpayers. I broke a little bit of sweat here because it's just like there's a lot of information to know about this. But remember, we're on Facebook right now. If you have any questions, feel free to give it to us at TraXXfm Official. We'll be right back. Welcome back to TraXXfm's Trax Momentum with me, Diana. Okay, so I'm still speaking to Mohamad Nasir bin Mohamad Nazri and Thurga Mutusami, the Assistant Directors for Corporate Services Department, Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia. And like I said earlier on, it is such a good conversation for us to follow because it's about responsibility of taxpayers. And we've dove into quite a lot of information already. Prior to this, we talked about who's eligible for being taxed and what's the minimum salary. However, it's just a norm that we should declare our taxes anyway, despite our income threshold. But for now, I want to direct this question to Nasir. Like, basically, when you know that you're eligible to be taxed, what do you need to do? I mean, it sounds so scary. It's not
No
that,
need to screaming. Okay. Thank you for the questions. Okay, so once you know you are already eligible for being taxed, so the first other thing that you need to do is register as a taxpayer. So normally, as a registered taxpayer in Malaysia, they will have a tax identification number. We call it as TIN, starting 2023. Yeah? So for your information and those listeners at TraXXfm and our taxpayers, so starting January 2023, we already well informed to Malaysian that all Malaysian citizens aged 18 years old and above will have their own tax identification number. So these are based on the following method lah. One, we have like automatic registrations. So do not screaming. So automatic registration will be auto register you as a taxpayer. So only on this following situation. One is actually once you have monthly tax deduction deducted by your employer. So once your employer deduct the MTD, then we if you don't have any tax reference number yet, then we will register your TIN number. Yeah? So next, if you already register your SSM, we will auto register your tax file number as well. And next, if you buy or sell or even get any property in Malaysia, then we will auto register your TIN number.
Okay.
So that's the first one. Second one, so you will have online registration using e-daftar. So meaning to say, if let's say you are not registering your business, enterprising, or even your partnership, then you know your income is much, your bank account is already have huge amount of money, then you better do online registration to our e-daftar. You can go straight to our website and click e-daftar and then do online registration. And the third method is actually using manual registration. You can go to our nearest counters at any branches and do the manual registration. Okay, that's the first step. On the second step, so once you already registered as a taxpayer, of course you want to use our online platform. In order to use our online platform, you need to have the PIN number. So now you have to apply for the PIN number. So how to apply the PIN number? So I would love again to share this information to all the listeners and Malaysian that starting 2023 we do not have any what we say manual registration, manual application on the PIN number. You can go straight to our website and go to My Tax. You click My Tax straight away. So once you click My Tax, you have to log in using your IC or even your passport for non-resident. Then the system will appear automatically. You do not have the digital certificate does not exist. So the PIN number we call it as a digital certificate. No? So digital certificate does not exist. So once you does not exist because of you are the first timer. So because of that, then they will give you two options to update whether are using the CP55D or eKYC. So the eKYC is actually the what we call face identification.
Okay.
So that one, and using phone handphone, and for the web base using ECB55D. So in order to use these two options, so you need to have the registered email address.
Okay.
So if you do not have any email address, you may call us, or even you may send a request on our customer feedback form through our portal. So once you have that email registered, then only you can do the online registration using ECP55D.
Right.
So from that particular web-based, then we can send you the PIN number via your email address.
Right.
So once you have that email address, we give you one link over there. Click the link, then you may set your password.
Okay.
Then you may set your security phrase as well. So once you have your password, then good to go to your MyTax. You can log into your MyTax. You can check even if you have any ledger, your profile. You can check also where Magahase get all your information. So your addresses, your phone numbers, your email and whatnot. You may even update your profile. You can check your ledger. You can even filing from there and then pay your tax over there as well.
Right.
I have to include on the current taxpayer as well. So current taxpayers, so this digital certificate will be renewed every 3 years.
Okay.
Every 3 years. So meaning to say, once you, if let's say for the current taxpayer like you, Diana, so you open your MyTax, then the pop-up message coming in, digital certificate has expired. So what you need to know, just agree with that, because MyTax we ask your online consent to agree with the contract that we have. You have to click agree and then proceed. Then we already auto renewed your digital certificate. Then you can go straight to log in your MyTax again.
See. That while it is a very extensive thing, I'm gonna later on ask you how we can get in touch with the offices or so that we
To
can.
the listener,
Yeah.
okay, don't get panic when the pop-up message keluar the digital certificate expires.
Yeah,
Sometimes they are worried. Hey, what's going on? I cannot enter.
Yeah.
So don't get panic. You just agree and then you just proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So whatever it is that you do, when you're trying to enter this portal and you're trying to fill taxes, any errors, don't panic. Just relax. Call them if you need to or email them. So yes, we'll find out more details on that one shortly. But okay, Thurga, I want to dive into when we get onto the platform, right? So that's where we can actually file our taxes.
Yep.
And there's the e-filing, right? So is it automatically registered for e-filing once you enter this platform, or how do you even do it? Like, what do you... Can you walk us through it, please?
So it's a continuity from my friend's Nasir's steps. So once you already log in, you already get PIN number, you already log in, you already update your profile. Okay. So what you do? Again, log in MyTax. Okay. You enter your password and then you just choose whatever you want to update your profile, everything. Then you click e-filing. So once you click e-filing, okay, you have to choose the form. Okay, please remember, choose the right form.
There you... So
Yeah.
you explain the forms, please.
Choose the right form.
Yeah.
Okay, for the employment income, those who receive employment income, they need to choose EBE.
EBE. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
employment income. So you just remember BE. E is employment income. So who those carried business, they have to choose EB, form EB.
EB. So that's kind of like, is self-employed and having a business the same thing?
Yeah. So actually all the explanations already in the MyTax itself. So you can choose, you can read. So once you choose the form, correct form, okay, you have to choose your year assessment.
Okay.
Okay. So for this year, you will choose year 2022.
Yes.
That means you are doing e-filing for the last year, previous year income. Okay. And then after that, you have to choose your assessment type.
Okay.
So when you fill up your status, okay, let's say single. So it's already you have a few options only, self-assessment only. So when your status, you put there, okay, you click there married. So you have few options. So either you want to choose a separate assessment or joint assessment. So you have to choose that.
Right.
So this one also you have to be very careful when choosing the type of assessment.
Right.
Then after that, okay, you have to gather all the documents. Okay, before you log into MyTax, you have to keep all your documents.
Documents as in receipts?
Receipt. Okay, first of all, you need the EA form. Okay, for those who private sector, who working in private sector, they will the employer will provide them EA form. And for the government sector, it's a EC form. So you keep your EA or EC form and all the receipts. Then you log into MyTax. Because I'm just worried if you already log in MyTax everything and you are missing, you're all this missing, so it will take times, right?
Yeah.
So prepare all the documents, okay, and then you start to fill up based on your EA form or EC form. You fill up your annual income, and then the PCB deduction. That means monthly tax deductions will be appear there, so you can recheck. And then after that, you have to start to fill up your tax relief.
Okay.
So for the annual income, I just want to advise, if let's say the individual, for 1 year, one particular year, they work in several companies. Maybe first quarter they work in a company A, then the second quarter they work in company B. So they will receive 2 EA form. So individual have to sum up. They need to add the total income and then have to fill up during the e-filing.
Okay, wait. So hang on, let me get this straight one more time. So different companies,
Yes.
they will get the EA forms and then they have to tally up their income
Yes.
from everything.
Yep.
One shot.
Yeah.
Correct, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's say for example, okay, I receive 10K from company A, my annual income, and then from company B I get 30K. So I add up 40K total income and I fill up in my e-filing.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Got it. So, okay, wait, you talked about tax relief. I think this is one thing that might be, because people would think that, when you have an income and then you have to pay a percentage of that income, and, it's a scary factor that you're like, oh, man, there's so much money. But then there is the tax reliefs that
Yes.
people are provided, the right are provided with. Is there a list that we can find on what to know what is on the list of like tax relief for purchases or services?
The tax relief you can access in our website, even our e-filing also, we have the explanatory notes, So there are 21 tax relief for year assessment 2022. So actually every year, that's why we are all waiting for the budget every year, what's the new right?
Yeah.
So every year we have a tax relief. Sometimes it's there's a changes, and mostly it's not many changes. So you have to pick which is suitable for you.
Right.
You cannot just pick, I want to claim this. Okay, I want to claim. No, you have to have your supporting documents when you claim the tax reliefs.
Okay, quick question. Supporting documents, meaning receipt. Are digital receipts allowed? How does that, do I do old school and actually ask for paper receipt, or can I get digital receipt? Because everything's digital these days, right?
Yes. You can keep your soft copy. So all this receipt, you have to keep for 7 years.
Okay, noted. 7 years.
7 years.
See, now, I never understood that, because when I was a kid, right, my dad used to have all his documents and stuff, and why would you keep all of this? It's clutter. But I did not know that 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see the old schooler, they still until now they keep tax file.
Yeah.
So all the receipts file. So it's 7 years.
What is the reason behind 7 years specifically? Is there a specific
No,
reason?
it's our
Because stated, it is
Yeah.
stated in our Income Tax Act under
Uh-huh.
Section 82. It's stated over there that every taxpayer need to keep all the supporting documents because it can be taxed later on. So because how we audit your case, we take sample only per year. So if we get that sample and we still query on certain of your declaration on your previous years, we
Right.
can still open your declaration and then audit you.
Okay.
Okay, for example, now year 20, okay. Now we are submitting year 2022 for tax filing.
Yes.
But suddenly you receive letter to from Hasil to provide document for 2019.
Oh, yeah.
And still our taxpayer will come and claim, we don't have documents.
Yeah.
Maybe the receipt, the ink is,
Yeah.
disappear. So we advise,
Yeah.
we advise, okay, when you purchase a things and you believe that you can claim, it's under tax relief.
Right.
So it's individual's initiative to
Right.
scan the receipt,
Right.
or you want a photocopy, or you just capture in your phone. But make sure you keep the receipt, because usually the reason the receipt is missing or the ink disappear is not really acceptable.
If
Yeah.
I may add on these issues, because sometimes, especially on those business practitioners, they do their expense a lot.
Yeah.
They receive money money a lot in
Yeah.
terms of online lah. Nowadays it's digital already, right?
Yeah.
So they spending their spending is actually on the digital mode. So we advise the business practitioners to have separate bank account.
Right.
So whenever you're being audited by us, you can even go straight to your bank and ask the bank to even print out your bank statement and
I
whatnot.
see.
From that particular situation,
Yes.
you may get all your so-called supporting documents.
Yes.
So that
It's
you
not
can
confusing for the people who are auditing you
Yeah.
at the end of the day. Understand.
Yes. And some more, Diana, if I might, I may add. So now we at Magahasa is still in progressing, introducing e-invoicing system on behalf of MOF. So that e-invoicing is actually helping the taxpayers to keep all the necessary supporting documents lah. So meaning all your receipts. So now we already buy something, we straight away throw, right? So for that e-invoicing part, so the invoice or the receipt will automatically go to online
A cloud
based
lah.
cloud.
Yeah.
So we can go and search from that what we call systems lah.
The particular database, which is good, which is actually very good. Then that way we have no reason to keep receipts that have missing inks. But anyways, we are going to take a really, really short break now. But I'm speaking to Mohamad Nasir bin Mohamad Nazri and Thurga Mutasami, Assistant Directors for Corporate Services Department, Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia. Thorough conversation about responsibility of taxpayers. If you want to tune in, we're on Facebook at TraXXfm Official. Tracks Momentum with me, Diana. I'm still speaking to Mohamad Nasir bin Mohamad Nazri and Thurga Mutusami, the Assistant Directors for Corporate Services Department in the Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia. We're talking about responsibility of taxpayers. We dove into so many things that is incredibly intensive. If you want to actually rewatch the interview later, it's going to be on Facebook at TraXXfm Official. Now, welcome back to Nasir and Thurga. But we do have a couple of questions left because, unfortunately, we're closely running out of time. And I feel as though in scenarios like this, we need hours and hours on end of explanation from you. But we're going to dive straight into it. Nasir, what are the payment modes for income tax? So say, for example, I've declared my taxes and then suddenly they say, Papa, you have to pay for your tax. And then, so what are the, payment modes as well as the consequences if a person skips paying income tax?
That's a good question there. Okay, thank you. What about the payment just now? So once you declare your your e-filing, so on the very at our summary page. So once you click sign and submit, then we're gonna give you the acknowledgement receipt, and then from that acknowledgement receipt, then we put, if let's say you have any balance of tax that you need to pay, then we give our Bayar Hasil logo over there. You can click straight away at the Bayar Hasil logo, and this Bayar Hasil is actually is using FPX Gateway. Then you go straight there and pay your tax, and the payment code for the individual taxpayer is actually 084. That's the payment code. And then if let's say you have excess of your tax amount, we're going to refund you. So our SOPs to pay your refund is actually 30 working days after your submission date. If only you submit within the specific deadline, then we're going to refund you within 30 working days.
Okay.
So on the serious question just now, on the consequences if one skip paying tax, so we specified that so-called offences into two categories. So one, if let's say you are you fail to submit, or even you submit but late submission. So next, if let's say you are incorrect, you submit but you put incorrect tax return amount. So those categories will give you a certain compound amount. So if let's say you fail to declare your tax, you're going to be compounded 200 ringgit minimum and maximum to 20,000 ringgit, or you can be imprisonment for 6 months, or even both.
Okay, ask questions. If you really are uncertain, call them. Find out more
Yes,
details. Don't do it
please
incorrectly.
declare. So if let's say you still file your tax correctly, within the specific deadline, but then you give incorrect tax amount. So that one with penalties, we have different compound on that. So minimum is 1,000 ringgit, maximum it goes straight to 10,000 ringgit,
Right.
and 200% of your tax undercharge. So you times 200%.
My goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
So please remember, we would love to advise the taxpayers and TaxXfm listeners to declare your tax within the specific deadline.
Yep.
So for the employment EBA, you may submit within starting on the 1st March 2023 until 30th of April. So not today is 5th of April.
Yep.
So you still have balance 25 days to submit your tax return as for employment. So as for the business practitioners, you may submit EB form, and that EB form, the deadline is actually June, 30th of June 2023. That one for the self-employed one. So I would again love to stress on the document part, because certain taxpayers love to declare and claims like
Everything.
suka hati one.
Yeah.
So we would love to advise the taxpayer, please search, gather and keep your supporting document first. Then only you can filing your e-filing.
I see.
Then submit your tax.
Okay.
Because if not, then we have a lot of things to argue during audit session and whatnot, and then the process will take longer, and maybe you being ada sekatan perjalanan and all those things. So we would love to avoid all that, and please search all the supporting document first, then declare your tax.
I have a question. Now, say for example, I am in time with my filing, and then there is, and I do it correctly, and so there is a sum that I have to pay, for example, there is something that I have to pay. Is there a timeline on when I have to pay that amount?
Okay, good question.
Yeah.
The timeline to pay is the same timeline on the declaring part.
Okay.
So if let's say employment EBE, you have to declare the deadline is on 30th of April, then the timeline to pay is still 30th of
I
April.
see. But what if I delayed that? Say, for example, because sometimes people don't think about putting aside money for the income taxes. So, and it's actually happened so many
Yeah.
times because at the end of the day, they would pay for other stuff, but
Yeah.
hardly anyone ever does like savings for the income taxes. What kind of penalties is there?
Yeah, that's the penalty being imposed if let's say you late payment of your tax. That one is under section 103.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's starting on 15% of your tax.
15% of your
Yes,
tax. I see.
depending how late you are.
Okay. All right.
We
Good to
have
know.
the duration, the penalty, like 15% for 30 days. So we have the duration.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much, though, for sharing that. Now, unfortunately, we've run out of time. Again, there's so many questions to ask. Thurga, what's the best way for our listeners to get in touch with you if you had any, if we had any questions even? And is there anything else that you'd like to say to all our TraXXfm listeners, aka taxpayers?
Okay, so all the listener, okay, they still can contact us, okay, through customer feedback form. Any query they can send to us, any complaints they can send to us. They can we have a Hasil live chat. We have a live chat, so they can chat with us, live chat. And then, of course, we have our Hasil Care Line Center. Okay, I'd like to share the number here so that listener, please take note and call us for any queries. Okay, our number is 03 89 111 000.
Okay. Could you
So
repeat
this
that
is
one more
our
time? Repeat.
03 89 111 000. This is our Hasil Care Line. So I would like to advise our listener, okay, on scammers. Okay. So, okay, when you receive a calls, scammer calls, sometimes we don't know whether it's a scammer or really, but actually I would like to advise any calls, okay, even from our Hasil, only the officer will communicate with you. There's no any operator saying Salam Malaysia, all this. No. Actually, our operator, no operator. Only our officer will directly communicate with you. So if you receive a call, then you already know it's an operator or auto anything. Don't entertain.
Okay.
Okay. Even let's say if a person directly call and contact you, say you have a tax outstanding, you have to pay by today, or they give a timeline. Kindly don't entertain. Please do recheck with us.
Just call anyway.
Just call.
Yeah.
You can call us in a Hasil Care Line or live chat, or you directly can walk into our nearby branch and you just check whether you have any outstanding or not. So don't ever reveal any personal information like bank account number, password, anything. Please don't ever reveal. So I would like to advise the listener, please share this to your parents, your aunties, because we already know, we already aware, okay, this is a scammer, but our auntie and parents may be not aware, so please do advise them.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very, very much. That is very sound advice. The whole part of you know how to do your income tax and whatnot suddenly got scammers finished. But anyways, thank you very much, Nasir, and also Thurga, for coming in. I hope to have you again, and hopefully we'll be able to have a chat more about taxes. Thank you so much. Now, I was speaking to Mohamad Nasir bin Mohamad Nazri and Thurga Mutusami, Assistant Directors for Corporate Services Department in Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia. We were talking about responsibility of taxpayers. It has been incredibly intensive and insightful. So do catch the interview once again at TraXXfm Official on Facebook. We'll be right back.